Willis.
The rain continued on the fourth morning, with no play possible until after lunch. Willis now bowls to Chappell.
Well, that's a good shot. We'll see whether the outfield has slowed. In fact, it certainly has done. That would have gone through for 4 without any bother at all. But Graham Rowe able to turn and chase it. Willis coming downhill to Robinson. As he's bowled since play was resumed here.
Willis seems to be bouncing just a little bit more today than the wicket was. Seemed to die a little bit each day, and the bounce was a little bit less each day.
And that's it, and it's taken. Beautifully caught at second slip. Greg Chappell goes, but Willis takes up his first wicket of this innings, and a very vital one indeed. It's a wicket the England boys wanted. Greg Chappell had been very unhappy out there with the light. And Willis finding the outside edge. Greg Chappell out for 36. Caught Greg, bowled Willis. This is the way it happened. Just a fraction late, played slightly inside it, and a joyous Greg tosses the catch high. So another disappointment for the Australian captain. Out for 36, but he'd battled away hard for a very long time. Just on 3 hours for those 36 runs, and that makes the Australian total now 130 for 5. It's a fresh over now from Mike Hendrick. Robinson to face. That's a lovely shot. It's hit with quite sufficient power to get a 4 here on the slower outfield here today. Beautiful shot by Robinson. See the way he really leant into this one. And he swung himself off his feet there. Incredible sort of shot this. Made certain there. The bat goes up in there. Really good. That a very, very hearty crack indeed. And the solidarity of that stocky figure behind that. Really lent into that one. Australia have taken the total onto 142 for 5. Just the wicket in Chappell to go, 120 for 4 when they started out at 2 o'clock. It's Willis to bowl again to Marsh. Over pitch ball, it's hammered through the offside this time. And a third 4 to Rod Marsh. Taking Willis to task, 2 4s in this over. Brings up the 150. Marsh going on to 13, 150 going up. Is this going to be the day set aside by Rod Marsh for his return to Test match form? I think he saw a great deal of that.
Oh, that's a very good delivery. Not a good piece of fielding by one of the best fieldsmen in England. Of all fellas to put one down, Graham Roop has done it, and it was a fairly straightforward chance, which I think he might have been grabbing at a little. That's just about the best delivery of the morning. I reckon that started a round leg stump. In fact, a fraction outside leg stump. And that's the agonising thing for a bowler. Well, that's a good shot. The second last stroke was quite a good cut, though, a bit cramped for room, and that was a glorious square cut.
The Headingley crowd can now taste victory in the fourth test. Botham now bowls to Walker.
It's 4 runs. Alex Walker's starting off in this innings from where he finished off in the first. He's flinging the bat at just about everything. That is over. Botham has finished his 15th over. 11 runs came from it. He has none for 42. It's 191 for 7.
Well, this is Mike Hendrick still plugging away from his football stand end. Been in action down here since play resumed at 2 o'clock, so a spell of an hour and a half. This will be his 11th over in this spell. But a profitable one. He's collected 2 wickets. And gives Rod Marsh something to think about there. It's Hendrick to Marsh again. Oh, really powered that one away. Sunday afternoon slog round the leg side. Picked it up in the middle. This is 8th 4. Real action stuff here on Rod Marsh. Beat Alan Knott. We'll beat Derek Underwood too. So the 200 total been reached by Australia in the second innings. 200 for 7. That's in the air, but safe. Clipped again very hard by Marsh, wide of mid-on, just some 3 or 4 yards away to Underwood's left. So the much-needed single for the 50. Thick outside edge. So he's rather pleased about that. And in a very long run of low scores, and Rodney Marsh is always the most attractive player to watch when he's in form. And it's a good way to come back to form in a test match, getting 50 in 79 minutes. And that included as many as 9 fours. And Greg now to Walker. Tried him with a bouncer. Max Walker had no objection at all to that one. Tony Gregg never really quick enough to bowl a bouncer, even at a late order batsman. Very definitely put away by Walker. Has he caught him? He's dropped him. Really hammered that one back. It's the sort of chance normally that Tony Gregg's only too happy to cling hold of, especially off his own bowling. Up goes that big hand. Seemed to be taking it fairly nonchalantly to big with 2, 3, 4 times it evades him.
That's beautifully in the middle of the bat. There's no outfield. It's quite a safe stroke from Max Walker. And the half-century partnership comes up. In the air. Safe. Only just. Graham Rupert's the fieldsman. Matter of 2 or 3 yards there. He made good ground to it. And Walker has picked up 3 runs. It's 88 overs gone. Just 10 minutes to go to tea. And it is the new ball, in fact. Umpire Lloyd Budd, farthest end, has taken it out of the cellophane wrapper. Told him. Good one, too. Coming back inside the stroke. The breakthrough with the second new ball. Well done, Brearley and Willis. Brearley for taking it at that point, and Willis for delivering the blow that broke the partnership and dismissed Walker for 30. Came back between bat and pad, flicked the pad, and then knocked back the middle stump. So the partnership was from 179 to 244, 65 runs for Max Walker and Rodney Marsh. And it's now 244 for 8. Another very good delivery from Willis. Again, the in-swinger. Very late. It's 245 for 9. Marsh is 62. And Thompson is out without scoring. A pair for Jeff Thompson. And a very good piece of bowling from Bob Willis. Once again, it's the pad intervening. The ball flicking off the pad and this time hitting the off stump. And to take Jeff Thompson's place is Len Pascoe. And the last rites of this test match and this particular Ashes battle all but done. Bob Willis now to Pascoe. It's 245 for 9. No ball. Just casting an eye across to Irving Rosenwater's scoring sheet. It's rather an odd looking over from Bob Willis. .1 to start off with to Rodney Marsh. That's no score for the first ball, 1 of the second. Then wicket, no ball, wicket, no ball. What a useful delivery that was. I don't think I'd like to have been on the receiving end of that. Lenny Pascoe is a little bit lucky it was far enough outside off stump. By the time it got down to Alan Knott, he was taking it down the leg side. Well played by Pascoe. 246 for 9 at the end of that over, and Bob Willis had the single taken from it and picked up 2 wickets. So the advent of the second new ball has completely broken through the Australian batting and has given England this chance to wrap up the Ashes. It's in the air. Derek Randall is under it. He's taken it safely, and the Ashes are regained by England for only the third time this century. 1926, 1953, and now in 1977. And the England captain, Mike Brearley, must be the most delighted man in the country today. All out 248. Australia in their second innings, defeated by an innings and 85 by what is now a very, very good England team. Mike Brearley, the England captain, with the rest of his players just going onto the balcony. Marsh was caught Randall, bowled Hendrick for 63. And this is how the last wicket fell to give England the Ashes, lost in 1974-75, into the safe hands of Derek Randall.
Jubilant scenes as the Yorkshire supporters hail their hero, Jeff Boycott, man of the match with 191 runs. The victory by an innings and 85 runs enabled England to win back the Ashes on home soil for the third time in the 20th century. By a remarkable coincidence, they first did it in 1926, the year Queen Elizabeth was born. Then again in 1953, the year of the Queen's coronation. And now in 1977, the year of her Silver Jubilee.